Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Scorched Earth on Ark Survival Ascended. And if you haven't seen it yet, yes, the Oasisaur is obviously one of the favorite new creatures for a lot of people, but it's got a really cool ability. This little pool of water, not only does it resurrect your creatures, but it also gives you a buff called GAIAs Embrace. Now you can kind of see on the outside of it, I've got this blue glow around me. Unfortunately, it doesn't apply that glow to your tames, but they do get GAIAs Embrace, just so you can see. And the really cool thing about GAIAs Embrace is it actually stacks. Now, what's crazy is that I am currently at 11 stacks right now, and that stack lasts up to 30 seconds, and now I'm up to 12, right? So you can stack this for a very, very long time. So just hanging out in this little pool can give you a huge boost. Now, why is the boost so important? Because the GAIAs Embrace, yeah, it looks like it just gives you a weird blue glow, but the blue glow actually does a couple of basic things. One, you are empowered by Gaia. You basically gain increased move speed and health regeneration, which is huge on this map for both move speed and regeneration of health. And it's also supposed to clear any of your things that you get, like rabies. I don't know if you've seen rabies in game, but the mega rabies in game, it'll clear swamp fever in game. Now, those are both very important things that GAIAs Embrace will take care of when you are playing Ark. Obviously, some people are like, oh, no, whatever, but that is a big thing. It doesn't seem like one, but it prevents you from having to make a lesser antidote, which saves you time in the long run. Now, not only that, but GAIAs Embrace, that increased move speed and health regeneration is pretty huge. So that move speed itself increases your move speed, and this is just a rough estimate, by the way. I don't have specific numbers, but my guess would be the increase in movement speed is right around 15 to 20%, which doesn't seem like much, but when it comes to actually, especially for PvP, that's a huge, huge, huge buff, because of the fact that once you are running in PvP, everyone is set for the same exact move speed. So if you have that 15-20% boost in that move speed, you're going to be able to outplay people when it comes to melee weapons, and also when it comes to things like flame bobbing. That being said, if a flame bob is encased in this GAIAs Embrace, good luck, enjoy that. That's going to be an absolute nightmare for you. But GAIAs Embrace is a huge, huge, huge boost. Obviously, you can see that I'm using it right now, and it's a very useful thing. So what does it also do for your tames? Now, just so you can see, it applies the exact same buff to your tame. So they get a move speed buff, and again, it's like 15-20%, so they move just a little bit quicker. But the important thing is the increased health regeneration on your tames. Because of things when you're like soaking and stuff like that, gain increased move speed and health regeneration. It doesn't seem like much, but when you are raiding and when you're taking care of things like that, you want to make sure you have as much boosts as possible for your creatures. So having GAIAs Embrace plus things like veggie cakes plus other options are going to give your creatures and you a huge advantage inside of Ark. Now, hopefully someone in your tribe has one of these things, because it's kind of crazy, obviously, right? Because GAIAs Embrace, this is up to 580 seconds. You can get on top of it and see that it's at 20 stacks. It seems to stop right around 20 stacks. And so 20 stacks is like almost 10 minutes of this boost. And then you can always get that back by just going back to the pool, which is a huge advantage. Now, obviously you can see movement speed is cranked just a little bit on this, but that health regeneration is nice. I'm just going to go ahead and get out of GCM mode so you can see that it is pretty quick. So you give or take, you're regenerating an extra hit point a second on top of what you already would generate. So it is a little bit of a boost, which is, again, a big advantage. So yeah, definitely utilize that, because on top of this thing's back, you're going to notice that the actual heat and cold resist is a little bit different as well, which is kind of nice. I think that might have something to do with GAIAs Embrace. So overall, it is definitely a useful feature. Now, things you can do for GAIAs Embrace: if you log out in the actual pool, it'll keep your character inside of the pool and stack that as well. So that is something that you can certainly do, and then log back in and not have that issue. Now, again, I wouldn't keep anything majorly important on me, because you can mesh into the stuff with this. So definitely avoid that and get stuck. Not fun. So don't have anything valuable on you, but you can definitely use the GAIAs Embrace. So honestly, it's a pretty big thing. People are going to start figuring out some pretty cool things what you can do with this. I know some people have already figured out that you can use this pool right here with a rock elemental on its back and soak while standing in the oasis, which is kind of crazy, because rock elementals are one of the hardest things to, at least early game until you have tech turrets, are very difficult to take out. So just raiding with a rock elemental on an oasis horse back is pretty crazy. But that huge boost of actually being able to prevent diseases, having a movement speed and health regeneration is a pretty cool feature for the Oasis Sword that a lot of people didn't really know was a thing. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. And if you don't mind, smack that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and then consider subbing to the channel. All right. Anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. Teach.